Hey, welcome to the channel. If you're brand new here, I'm Tim. I upload new videos every week all about running. Today I've got a different one for you. We're going to be taking a look at the Hoka ORA Recovery Slide sandals. And this was somewhat born out of necessity. This last week I've been laid up with an injury. I've been training for a half marathon. I'm on week 12 of a 13-week program. And wouldn't you know that I suffered an injury while running, and it's kept me off my feet for the last, well, it's been 5 days now. And so I was pretty desperate looking around for ways that I might be able to at least make that recovery process a little more comfortable. Not necessarily speed it up or make or recover faster, but at least make the recovery a little more comfortable. The first 3 days after my injury, I couldn't bear any weight on my left leg at all, which made going up and down the stairs a pretty good trick for me. So I was pretty much going one step at a time, using primarily my right leg to get up and down those stairs. And so I was really looking around at something that might help me get through this recovery phase. Like I said, a little more comfortably. And I came across the Hoka ORA Recovery sandals. I'd never used them before. They've been around a few years, so it isn't something brand new, but it is to me. And I haven't had a need for them until recently. And so I went ahead and I purchased a pair. They cost $50, so they're not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. And we'll talk about whether or not it's worth it here in just a second. But they've been helpful to me. And so I thought I would share it with you. And the way that these are built, and they're not a shoe, they are a sandal, as you can see, is they actually have two different foams. They've got a softer foam on the top layer, and then they've got a more durable foam that would be on the outsole of the sandal. And if you're interested, they actually have a 6 millimeter drop from the heel to the toe. I'm not positive what the stack height is, but I'd say if you're familiar with the Hoka Clifton shoe, it's probably pretty similar to that in terms of height. Interesting, Hoka is known for what they call their meta rockers that they have incorporated into many of their shoes, including the Hoka Rincon, their Carbon X, and the X-SPE shoes, and so on, as well as many others that they have. And they've incorporated that into these sandals. And that helps you transition through your foot strike or your gait cycle, even if you're just walking around your house, a little bit easier. And I found that the stack height in the heel, they've got lots of that soft, cushiony foam in the heel of this sandal. And for me, having difficulty even bearing weight on my left leg, just getting up to move around, to get a drink of water or use the restroom or whatever the case might be, was a bit of a challenge. And I had discovered pretty shortly after my injury that it felt a little less painful if I had on a pair of running shoes. And that's when it got me thinking about, what other things might be out there that could help me where I didn't have to wear a pair of running shoes in my home. Because you can imagine that's pretty inconvenient, right? You want to get up to get a drink of water and you got to slip on your shoes and lace them up and do all of those things. Not to mention that you really need to have a pair of shoes, or you'd want a pair of shoes that was dedicated just for wearing inside your home. And I wanted to try to get around that, but still have that comfortable feeling as if I had shoes on my feet that could absorb some of that foot strike and reduce or lessen the pain that I was feeling. And that's exactly what these sandals do. I am very happy with the results of these shoes or sandals. I'm glad that I bought them. They're working well for me. And they've made life a lot easier. So I wear these all the time now around my house. I keep them by my bedside at night, so I have to get up in the middle of the night for some reason. I can just slip them on easily. I don't have to, like I said, worry about lacing up a pair of shoes if I want to go down my stairs to get a drink of water. I can just slip these puppies on and I'm good to go. I mean, these are really nice. My grandpa would say they're the cat's pajamas, right? So they're pretty terrific. And I like that saying, the cat's pajamas. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you it's a discovery of mine that was relatively new or recent, and again, born out of necessity. I know that these have been around a while, but I can see me using these even on days where I'm not injured. So if I go out on a long run, or I have a particularly difficult workout that I'm doing, and I come home and my legs are feeling a little bit beat up, I can slide these on and wear them around my house without any trouble. I can wear them in lieu of wearing, slippers or something along those lines, and they're appropriate to wear around your home. And they have plenty of grip on the bottom, so if you wanted to wear them outdoors, you could. I'm using them in my home when I go outside, or if I'm running to the store or something along those lines. I'm typically putting on a pretty highly cushioned shoe for that. And I'm not 100% over my injury, but I'm getting there, and these have helped me along the way. I don't think that they've helped speed up the process, but they've made the healing process a little more comfortable. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe give it a thumbs up. As always, run tall, run strong, and be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.